Podcast. It's episode 21. We've turned 21!
We can drink!
Woo!
I was actually really hoping that the 21st episode was going to coincide with the live show, so we could be at a bar on our 21st episode, but what are you going to do?
We'll be in our 30s by then.
I know.
We're going to be old has-beens or something.
I'm too old for this shit.
But it is July 21st.
It is, and we're doing
So 21st birthday on 21st, at least. I mean, you know. But we're doing Technology Bites, and I want to start off a little Yahoo news.
Okay.
Please don't go bankrupt.
Well, the bad news, as far as I can tell right now, is they did not do well with their profits.
No, so they stayed afloat because they had some Alibaba shares that did really well, and they had a few things that had strength, which was good for Yahoo.
But they had a bunch of stuff that was terrible.
Really bad. A lot of stuff in decline, and I just want you to get through Community.
That's what I was going to say. I don't want the curse. I don't want the hashtag darkest timeline to hit and go into effect, and then Yahoo was like, hey, we made all these shows, and you're never going to see them because we're just going to go back.
So if you could just make it that far, that'd be great. So, Marissa, we're
hey, we love you as a CEO. You're doing a great job. Just fire some people, I'm assuming. That's probably what they're going to have to do is layoffs.
Speaking of layoffs.
18,000, am I right, is what you're going to talk about?
18,000 layoffs at Microsoft.
Microsoft's laying off 18,000 people in their push for the moving into the next era.
Everyone kind of expected some attrition after the Nokia merger was complete. I mean, that's not a big surprise.
The estimated was supposed to be like $8,000 or something like that.
But this is not all Nokia. This is a lot of people across the board. Nadella basically said, we're going to streamline some stuff.
Yeah, and by streamline, they're cutting down to the bare essentials of staff and
we actually have stuff to talk about later in pop culture.
For Game Changer tomorrow,
specifically
we'll be talking
these cuts. Mm-hmm. So 18,000. What's really crazy, and the biggest reason I want to talk about it, you've all probably known about this by now. It happened last week. It's the internal memo. It's the way it's worded. It's just so confusing. And it's like, well, do I have a job or not? I mean,
no one knows at this point. Yeah. And it's very vague.
And then they're also doing something. This isn't an 18,000, but they're doing something that some other companies have been doing now for a few years, which is the contractor 18 on, 6 off thing.
18 months on, 6 months off.
Yeah. So
that happens a lot in the video game world.
It does happen a lot in the video game world, but it really makes for a struggle as a vendor employee. And what a lot of people don't realize, a lot of Microsoft's employees are VDash or vendor employees.
Vendor employees. They're not actual full-on.
Especially when you call tech support and things like that, those are typically not MSFTEs. Nope. They're VDashes. They're vendor employees. So, the other reason I wanted to bring it up, and then we'll move on, is my heart's out to you, people at Microsoft,
it sucks.
Because it does suck. I mean, the struggle's real sometimes in the tech industry, and I don't want to set some doomsday thing like Microsoft's going under, because they got millions and billions of dollars, and they're not going to. It's not like they're going to implode, but there's still 18,000 people in the next 18 months. They're going to be without a job.
Yeah, absolutely. So less depressing news. I have Apple news.
Wait a minute, I'm supposed to have the Apple news.
But I have the Apple news this week.
Icon has Apple news?
Okay, so check it out, people. Apple right now is making a deal with IBM.
Wait,
I know.
I mean, it's not, but it's
both Apple and IBM spent years wanting to murder each other.
Fisticuffs a little bit.
And as far as I can tell, it's to put Word products or it's to put the Office suite, I believe.
Well, they're doing custom applications, and they're going to preload IBM's enterprise applications. IBM Connections, I think, is one of them, and a few other apps. Because what people don't remember about IBM, and as they've sold off all these hardware divisions...
God, they've sold off most everything.
They make a ton of software,
They really do, still do.
They bought Confluence several years ago, and that's one of the largest competitors to the Wiki products that are out there on a professional scale. You guys that don't deal with it probably know what the hell I'm talking about.
It's developer content, and
so you're going to see some of that stuff, preloaded on iOS devices. That they're going to
I think it's going to be great as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I use my iPad at work a lot.
Sony, I heard.
Sony's working with Apple.
Don't know what about, but I heard a rumor that Sony was helping Apple sell iPads.
That's to be fair, it doesn't shock me. You look at the situation with all these tech companies, and they're realizing that their competition is actually what's costing them the most money. Yeah. They could make way more money teaming up together. Now, the big thing I wanted to talk about with Apple News, and I assume you've maybe heard about this. No one knows the full details on it, but Apple has a very top secret project going on to put the tiny fuel cells inside their devices.
And when I hear top secret, I think 5 letters.
Okay.
DARPA.
Yes, I absolutely do too.
I'm just saying, it's dark. It's got to be DARPA.
Because wait, where's the money going to come to fund this? That's going to be out there in the general public. Of course, the government's going to pay for it because they want to take.
But I'm thinking
advantage of it.
Tiny fuel cells in my Apple products to make them run for weeks at a.
That's the thing is the battery would go from oh my god, my battery lasts for a day to back old school Nokia brick phones where I didn't charge this thing for 2 months.
Samsung's really been targeting ahead of the iPhone 6 launch, really targeting Apple customers with the wallflowers they're calling them, right? Where they're all, you see them in an airport and they're all huddled against the wall, plugged into the wall,
and
they
it sucks.
Yeah. It's really not that bad. Although I will say the battery in the iPhone 6 is about an 1800 mAh.
What's the one in the 5S? 5S and 15. Yeah, 1500 is working out great for me.
It'll be so we're actually going to get an improvement in the battery life. Although we could have gotten more of an improvement if they left the thickness alone.
If you guys had left it a little thicker, you could have gone with a 2000 most likely.
Yeah, easily.
Everybody would have freaked out.
And this is not a thick damn phone. This is not. It's not like. And this even has a case on it.
Even with mine with the case, I mean,
it's still not that thick.
Yeah, no.
We can afford a slightly thicker phone.
I don't have that many things in my pocket. I'm just happy to see all of you. Wink. So that's all the Apple news I've got.
All good.
So
I mean, I want to talk Home Depot if you can.
I heard about this. Home Depot selling a 3D printer, right?
3D printer. I mean, how freaking cool is that?
Well, it's $18,000, I believe. It's
I
something.
Don't care.
It's super expensive. Awesome. It's still amazing,
right?
Though.
Now, just so you know, you don't have to go to Home Depot to buy your 3D printer if you don't want to spend that much money. You can get 3D printers now for in the $2,000 range.
Yeah, you just buy them online directly from the companies.
Yeah. So that's actually kind of awesome, and I'm looking forward to.
Obligatory, you wouldn't download a car meme. Yeah, I would.
You know what?
If I could get away with it, yes,
you know what
I
would download? I would download a car part.
Absolutely.
That cost $1 million.
Or a car part that you can't find anymore.
For an old car? Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So, I think Home Depot, nicely done. So, you're gonna get your sub $3,000 printer on it at the Home Depot.
Down.
I like it. I like seeing Home Depot jump in the tech. Get up there. So is Lowe's gonna start selling one soon? You better.
Lowe's will. They got to compete.
What's their slogan? Is that one's just you got this or just?
I don't know. Usually Lowe's slogan is something like, "Hey, there wasn't a Home Depot close to you, so you chose to come here."
Oh, ouch.
Their colors are blue because everyone inside that building is depressed. No one wants to work there. Sorry, Lowe's.
I kind of like Lowe's.
All right.
I mean, I prefer Home Depot. Not gonna lie.
Lowe's is the Walmart of home shopping area. It is. I mean, colors matching everything.
I don't shop at Walmart.
That's my point. So Amazon's doing stuff.
Amazon, yes.
Tell me about this.
Amazon is not to step on our lady friends over at Bookworm for a minute. Although they may even talk about this.
They probably will talk
about it.
You'll probably see them review this in the future.
Amazon has finally launched. So Amazon's always had a Kindle lending library with Prime, which is great. But now they're launching finally their real book service.
Standalone book service, yeah, where it's a subscription fee, right?
And it's live right now, actually.
Oh.
I was surprised how quick from the announcement to done.
It was like,
okay.
I didn't even know it was out yet.
It's out. You can go get it right now, $9.99 a month. And you can get your Netflix style book and all.
All you can read books.
Come on.
People love that stuff.
Yeah. Now, for somebody like me, I like the Amazon Prime because I can lend one book a month and I don't read enough. But for people like Casey and Whitney and the
read all the time and they want to swap and they want to read the same books.
This is a great service. It's not the first one of its kind.
No.
This is just Amazon.
But it's Amazon doing it right.
Right, because they have more books, they have more licensing, and
they can do whatever they want because they're Amazon. Yeah.
I mean, Jeff is like, hey, it's Amazon. I can buy the Washington Post. I can sell books. It's what I do.
Pretty much do whatever I want to.
So good luck, Amazon. And the last tech story that I really want to talk about is, speaking of batteries, we're talking about Apple batteries, just a little laptop battery discussion.
What about my laptop battery?
Well, it's a piece of crap. Your laptop is just, it's a hunk of junk, dude.
It's not a hunk of junk. It's just old. God.
You say tomato, I say pile of crap.
Whatever.
But there was a bug in Chrome, apparently, that was causing the batteries to get drained on your laptops.
Would this affect mobile devices as well?
So I couldn't tell, but it seems
I'm going to bet... Oh, really?
It seems that it was really just their Windows version of Chrome.
So how does that affect the Chromebooks that are out there?
Well, I don't know, because Chromebooks are on Chrome OS, and I think this was... From the article that I read, it looks like it's just the Windows version of Chrome. So it didn't even seem to affect, apparently, my Mac.
Was it causing, like, the RAM usage to spike energy-wise, or...?
It was causing a little bit of CPU utilization, which was keeping things active, and it was causing the memory, which keeps...
So I'm glad that they've talked about this. This has been a known bug for a hot minute in Chrome, is that Chrome was great. They fixed the Firefox memory leak, where literally you would leave one tab open. It didn't matter if the tab was blank.
How much RAM do you have? 16 gigs? It's all
okay,
mine.
cool. I'm going to use... And it just sits there, and the numbers keep going, and it keep ticking. And I noticed that, because I run Chrome almost all the time. And in the background, I use it.
as well.
And I also keep my little RAM and CPU monitor thing up here at the top, and I would watch it just... boop, 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 slowly over time. And I was like, what is it? And I opened the tab, and I don't know, it was probably about 4 updates ago in Chrome.
They fixed part of that.
They fixed part of it, and then they broke it again. Right. And this is just proof
and
to
that's Chrome. I mean, I'm wondering at this point, because I posted this story on our Facebook page last week, and the comment that I made was very simply, it seems like every time Chrome fixes something, they break something else. So I don't know what they've broken with this particular fix yet or not, but... When do we see a redesign for... Because Chrome OS just got a redesign.
Yeah, it did.
So I'm wondering when the Windows one gets a code rewrite.
Well, if they're going to do that, and if they're going to streamline it and do that, here's what I want, and I actually posted this on Facebook.
Yeah?
I want to be able to mute a single tab.
They're not going to let you do that.
Why?
I haven't figured out why yet, but they just... Because every time even a Chrome extension tries to even offer that functionality, they totally
Now, I don't know if it's something in the Windows operating system with the way that the mixer works.
No, it's not.
But I want... They've already done the thing where they show me a little icon.
You tell what's playing. I should be able to click that speaker and mute
I should be... That's what I want.
Yeah. Because when I'm watching my shakes...
It's 2014.
Because when I'm watching my shakes and fidget videos for my free mushrooms, I don't want to hear
I don't want to hear them either. I don't care about what that video is. I just want to do it.
And I don't want to mute the whole thing because I'm listening to Spotify on the other window.
Exactly. I'm listening to Groove Shark. So
I'm just saying. I agree with you. I mean, I'm with you. I would like to be wrong on this one.
I would like you to be wrong as well. This is something I need in my life. I want to go to there.
I don't think it's going to happen.
All right. Well, do you got anything else for us?
No. I mean, for technology news, it was a little bit light this week, but I wanted to hit a few. Of course, we're getting ever so close to the Apple launch of the iPhone 6.
We are.
So be looking out for some
stories
on that.
We'll have more news for that coming up.
I will say this. No one can decide whether or not the 5.5-inch version is coming out this year. Every time
Everybody's
I see a rumor,
freaking out. They're like, it's coming. It's not
never
coming.
going to happen because there's too many delays. And Apple's ramping up about 5.5. That's like,
it's confusing.
Yeah. So...
Get your story
I'm going to
straight.
flip a quarter, and then we'll decide if it's going to come out this year.
Pretty much,
that's pretty much how the rumors are happening. So, but until tomorrow, which is time for some
Game Changer,
we're going to see you then. In the meantime, subscribe to us on YouTube.
Like us on Facebook.
And give us a call. 480-STUPID9.